Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. Thank you for being here. It's always so nice to commune with you. Let's go ahead and get started. So we start with, look at this, a beautiful kind of flower. We also have what looks like the crescent moon next to it. Over here, I immediately think of the Queen of Hearts. We have the head here, we have a heart here, we have a heart here, we have the body right in here, and the legs. Now, holding what exactly? It looks like something to, maybe like a shear or like a scythe of some kind. We have a fish over here with its mouth open, and it looks like it's going to eat this eye. We have the eye right here, okay? So let's go ahead and start with those, like the top symbols, and then we'll go down here and talk more about these, okay? So, also we have the key. Obviously, that's a key up there. So we have the Queen of Hearts, right? And this is an energy that is emotional, obviously, but it is the fire, right? It is fiery. It is one that sometimes it's like, dude, you could just, scorched earth the thing. But, and this is the most important part, this is an energy of someone who has been through it, okay? Someone who has survived. Someone who has had to claw their way through just utter, well, you know what I'm saying, But in the process have become fortified, completely knowledgeable, not only knowledgeable, wise about so many things, not just one thing, many things. So it leads me to believe that there have been struggles in your life. I mean, not little things, not, mom and dad didn't buy you a car when you turned 16 type of struggles. I mean, some real stuff. Now, this has kind of created within you a very emotionally indulgent person. Pisces, when I say this, I hope you don't take offense, because I think that is a wonderful and beautiful thing. I don't know. I'm also very, very emotional, very emotionally indulgent as well. What does that even mean, to be emotionally indulgent? It sounds like it would have a negative connotation, like it's some kind of emotional gluttony, right? Like we're overdoing it. We're just absolutely succumbing to those emotions and letting them rule us. Well, at times that could be true. But I think to be emotionally indulgent is more along the lines of shedding some of that social conditioning, the manners, the shame, the why are you crying? You don't have anything to be upset about. There's nothing happening. Why are you doing this? Why are you feeling this? You shouldn't feel this. You don't have the right to, all the things that we have heard. And often, let me just point out, have been said to us not out of malice, out of frustration, out of the inability to manage their own emotions, their own conditioning, regurgitating exactly what we have all heard generation after generation after generation. So to be emotionally indulgent is to say, bro, I don't care. I'm going to sit here in the middle of this Olive Garden and cry if I want to. If it makes anybody uncomfortable, that's a them problem. Because I'm feeling how I'm feeling, and I'm not going to shove it down, and I'm not going to hold on to it. I'm going to let it pass through me, pass through my body, through my psyche, through my being, like a little rain cloud. And when it's gone, I'll wipe my face. I'll drink my iced tea or whatever you have, and I'll get on with my day. To me, this is what emotionally indulgent has become. Being able to just feel how we feel. Now, are we responsible for how we react to those feelings, to those emotions? Yeah, absolutely. You can't just be around here, taking it out on people. Or you shouldn't anyway. You can. Of course you can. But why? Why would you? You know what I'm saying? Why would you? So, we have an energy of somebody who people might look at and say, dog, what are you doing? Like, why are you being like this? Why are you saying this? Why aren't you just keeping it in and not saying anything else? Why? No. You refuse to carry it with you. If something needs to be said, I'm saying it now. If you did something that hurts me, I'm going to hurt right now. If I feel that I need to say something to you or express my feelings to you, I'm going to do it right now. I'm not waiting. Because why should I? Why do I need to carry this? So, that's the feeling of the Queen of Hearts, right? So we also have over here the flower, the beautiful flower, and the crescent moon. Okay, so I see this as the mystery, right? The flower opening, its petals unfurling, and we begin to witness its beauty, its wondrous, anatomy, its ability to live, to commingle, to bring life to that which is around it on so many levels. And we do this beneath the moon. What does that mean? It means there is place. It is safe to be creative. It is safe to be unhinged. It is safe to try all the things, to take off the masks, to be a little bit weird. Nobody is watching, right? When the moon is out, the shadows are long, right? And so things are distorted. It can become a nightmare. Yes, it can. It can become madness. Yes, it can. But it can also be a place where we practice, where we, do all the... You remember when you were a kid going in your room and like dancing and singing and jumping on the bed and you're acting out stuff from your favorite TV show and, I don't know. That's what I did. And so that feeling of being completely uninhibited by observation, right? That is the feeling of the moon. She is the shield for us, right? That beautiful Artemis, that Diana. There's a purity to her of mind, a truth, a cutting truth. The underlying necessity. And she does not look away from it. But she does help you veil yourself so that you can retire from being seen and do your thing, right? Until you are confident in it. And so we also have the key, and it feels like the key. This is where it's at. You have found something in your life that you love, or it speaks to you, or it makes you have that little bit of like, I don't know, this might be exciting. This might be interesting. Wow, I never thought about it like that. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that people were doing this, or I could try this, or there was, these resources to, and all of a sudden you are on your way, right? The mystery of life leading us in these channels. Well, the current has got ya. And I feel you moving towards something that you love, that you enjoy. Now, we have the fish over here eating the eye. Again, with the eye, the observation. The fish is money, right? This to me, when I saw it, I said, yeah, this is it. The only thing that money can buy you is privacy. Supposedly. Now we're seeing, nothing's private. They got emails coming out from, 1923 at this point. They have everything. They have all the data. But here's the deal. I feel like for you, it really is. It's so much about putting your life in a place, on a trajectory that leads you to be able to have privacy, to be able to do your thing without anybody really intervening, right? Without anybody telling you how to do it, or what you should do, what you need to do, what you can't do, right? I feel like it's so much about, for a Pisces, my goodness, it is so much about living in your authentic being and not being performative. That's the thing I love about Pisces people. You are not performative. You do things because you want to do them. You don't do things because you don't want to do them. And guess what? You're going to tell me. You're going to say, oh, I forgot about that because you know what, Lenor, I just really didn't want to do it. And I feel you. So I do feel that this is leading you towards a lifestyle where you have more room to do your thing, to be alone, to be unseen, to be, in private. And that's as a parent of a young kid, I am jealous. I forgot what privacy even means. Okay, so we have the crab. And on this side, we have the arrow into the heart. We have some love going on. Now, I mean romantic love. I do not mean family love. I do not mean, friends or platonic or whatever the heck. No, this is, you are in love. And it might be a Cancer. It might be a Cancer because we got that crab right here. Hella big. Look at his little claws like that. Going for the heart too. Woo. You have a Cancer person. You like them or they like you or you like each other. You might even be married. Here, I think that you talk on the phone. As I'm saying that, I see look, ahead. Here's the body, hand up, phone. You talk on the phone with them. This is not somebody that you've been with for a long time, or if you have, you haven't been really close at times, because this feels like that feeling. If you are older like me, I am a zillennial or xennial, or I don't know what the heck it's called, old millennial. And are you kidding me? I used to be on the phone when I couldn't sneak out. when I wasn't able to sneak out my window, I was on the phone, dude. I had my own, back then, when I was a teenager, okay, my parents had passed away, so I moved in with family, and I was on the phone constantly, which is weird, because I don't think I was even that popular, but I knew a lot of people. That's my whole life has been I know a ton of people. I don't think I'm popular by any means, but I just know people, because I do a lot of different stuff, but I would be on that phone, dude, all night long. And especially if it was like a romantic, like some person that I was courting, some, potential girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding? Just forever on the phone. Forever. And so I feel like for you, and this is a very, very, very specific feeling, you are like just entranced, enthralled. You are caught up in that communicating. It feels like you're a kid, the way that you talk together. Which leads me to believe that this is not somebody that you're married to or like living with. Now, if you are like a rare unicorn of a person that has a relationship like that, then that's awesome. And of course, relationships can be like that at times and then not, and then they get back into that space. But this feels new. I just have to say, this feels new. I don't know that it's going anywhere. Not to like be rude about it. I don't know. You might be a person that really loves this courtship phase, and you get to a place where it's like, okay, now we're starting to get a little more, excuse me, we're starting to, clothes are starting to show up in dresser drawers and that kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe this isn't it. Maybe it's time to start another one. I don't know. Maybe that's what it'd be like. I'm like a person. I meet somebody and I'll date for a while. Like my husband now. We talked for years before we got together. Like we were together but long distance. And I take it slow. But here's the deal. I met him and I was like, within a week, I'm like, we're absolutely getting married. Like, we're going to be together. Like, we're together. We're married. We're basically married. And it's always been like that with me. I just know. You know what I mean? And of course, I've indulged relationships where I knew it was like not that. It wasn't going to be that. But I wanted to be with someone, or there, not everything has to be forever, guys. Sometimes we need those like, wonderful, potent relationships that we know are a season long. And this might be one of them things. The intensity of it leads me to believe that it might be. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But it feels like you are having a good time, which is all that matters. The world is run by vampires and everything is in a constant state of disillusion and also reordering itself. So might as well, right? Might as well. Okay, also we have, it looks like, the word goat. G-O-A-T. Goat. Which makes sense. Capricorn was my last one. Hopefully I've been saying Pisces because I'm vibing with the Pisces. But goat, best of, gangsta of all time. Greatest of all time, right? Or it could be a goat. Let's see, what else do we have going on? We have love, the renewal of self, and we have you traveling. I feel like you're going to be traveling here. And it does feel, it looks like we have the jackal head. So I'm going to go with Anubis here in this humanoid form down here. And I'm going to go ahead and guess that there has been or there will be somebody passing. It doesn't feel like a core person in your life, like a parent or, a significant other or anything like that. But I think it's going to cause travel. I think you're going to have to travel for it. So be prepared for that. We have the number 616. 616. Now we're going to do our lucky numbers and we're going to wrap it up here. I got to move, girl. I got to get going. Let's see here. We have 39. 39. 39. Ooh, that was loud. 71. 39, 71, and 78. All right. Pisces, I love you. Thank you for being here with me. It's always such a pleasure. If you want to like, subscribe, or leave a comment, it helps the channel. Please take care of yourself. Take care of each other. You know, I'm sighing a little bit. I always just want to say it. Like, man, let's get ready, you know? Things are changing rapidly for everybody. Please, please, please prepare yourself in the ways that you can. I don't just mean financially. In fact, that's like, I'm not even, you know, please be learning to do things that will help sustain you if, you know, there are times of trouble ahead. Please, you know, be trying to make some connections. I'm not saying make best friends with your neighbors and all of that, but please make sure that you have people around, you know. I'm not trying to, like, make anybody scared. I don't foresee anything in particular. I just know that the energy has shifted greatly. You know, and I am in my mothering years directly. I'm always going to be a mother now, but, you know, I'm raising a young child in a world that has always been scary and chaotic in a lot of ways, but the collective energy has changed, and I think we all can admit that, you know, and I will say that as a mother, as a person that dwells deeply in the mother archetype, and I take it very seriously, I am fiercely and brutally protective. I will never apologize for that. I will do what I must, and I expect the people around me to do the same. I don't want to be nice about things anymore. I'm not going to be nice about it. The world doesn't need nice. The world needs... The world needs... What does the world need? What does the world need? I don't know exactly, but I know from my gut what I can say has crossed lines, and I can say that is unacceptable, and I can say that as I said in another reading, I'm not going to take this sitting down, and I'm not going to go out like no punk, and I know a lot of us are not. So please, learn every day. Be learning, teaching your children, your grandkids, you know, whatever it is, wherever you are, whatever landscape you live in, city, rural, somewhere in between, learning how to, you know, do things, making fires, purifying water, you know, taking care of your car on a basic level, you know, these kinds of things. I know that this isn't a tarot reading, but I have a tiny, tiny, tiny little space here where a few people might hear me. And I cannot squander that. Okay. So please, I hate to be that person that's like, the world's, you know, like Lady, they had a preppers show like 20 years ago. That's not the vibe I'm trying to give out. I'm just saying, like, we need to be, and even if it's for naught, right? Even if you spend all these days learning, these weeks and months and God willing years, right? Learning things, learning how to live, how to do things, how to sustain yourself and the people around you. Even if it is all just hype and hysteria and whatever, right? Collective freak out. at least you were doing something. And hopefully something that you enjoyed after a while. Learning. Knowing. Passing it on. Anyways, I love you. I'm trying to muster up all the hope and everything else that I can. I'm sorry if I don't always sound, I love you. I love you. I love you. We'll talk soon.